Black Christmas 2019, rated PG-13.
It's PG-13?
It's PG-13.
We're going to talk more and more, and I'm going to get...
This movie has... It's one of those, like, in name only. It has very little from the original in it.
It's a sorority, the end.
There's a sorority.
It's a sorority. There's
a
weird
person
messages.
is killed and put upstairs, although she's outside. And instead of creepy phone calls, they're getting creepy
DMs.
Facebook DMs. That is the extent of the comparisons here. I watched this movie for the first time. I was never going to watch this movie. Okay. So, you know, we make fun of those, like, right-wing grifter types on YouTube that, like, if you put, like, a black person in a superhero movie, they immediately scream woke and then cry and bitch about it. Remember we talked about in, like, our Hellraiser review, they made Pinhead a woman and everyone cried and bitched, and it's like...
It really wasn't.
And it's like, yeah, sometimes it's Hollywood pandering, and sometimes it's not a big deal.
Yeah, yes.
And, like...
sometimes it's true, and sometimes it's not.
And then sometimes it's like, well, this movie stars a woman, and everyone's like, oh, Hollywood's feminist agenda, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of times it's over-exaggerated.
Yeah.
Well, this is like Moby Dick. This is the white whale. This is a legit, woke, more concerned about its politics and social messages other than telling a good story movie. This is, I think I told you, this is like the left-wing equivalent of like a movie made by Ben Shapiro, where it's like, the story and all doesn't matter. You're only watching because of your politics and whatnot. This movie feels like a right-wing YouTuber troll, like Vito, our friend Vito. It feels like one of them made a left-wing movie as like a joke to piss off left-wing people.
Yeah.
And again, I know people are like, don't bring up politics. Like the movie is bringing up, the movie is not being subtle at all.
I'm just saying right now, Chris is literally the worst fucking person in the world.
So yes, this movie is, and they wrote in, I think they said in here, they wanted it to like comment on the Metoo movement. They wanted to.
That's fine.
Yeah, and they wanted to make fun of, like, they wanted to like, you know, address like the stuff with Kavanaugh when he was under fire.
There's nothing about abortion in this either.
Carrie Elways is pretty much Jordan Peterson.
Yes, there is something about abortion in it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a line.
Yes, there is.
Oh.
Yeah. Carrie Elways is in this, and apparently he's supposed to be based off Jordan Peterson, who the left wing hated for years because he was trying to make men manly again and teach men how to live. And if the movie had just waited a couple years, Jordan Peterson, they would have been like, oh, it turns out he started popping benzos too much. Now he cries all the time. You didn't have to make a movie to make fun of him. Real life ended up fucking him up in the end.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
Yeah, this movie 100% has an agenda. And I don't even care if you agree with it or not. It's just like that. This would all, by the way, everything I'm saying, your politics on your sleeve, blah, blah, that'd be fine if the movie was good. And it's a shitty fucking horror movie. This reminds me of They/Them. They/Them is better than this movie. But remember that one? So we did a live episode and we talked about the horror movie They/Them, the Peacock one. And I think me and you were talking, it's like, I actually just wished it was just a drama about gay kids at a conversion camp and dealing with it. But when it remembered it was a horror movie, it sucked. Same thing with this. This could have been just a story about a girl trying to get over a sexual assault that happened.
Yes.
And like, you know, dealing with men and women. But then they're like, oh, also it's a horror movie. And it's like, well, both of this really, really sucks.
And black magic.
That was spoiled for me ahead of time.
I didn't know. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Just to give spoiler for this movie. So there is no singular killer in this. Just spoiling it. Fuck it.
I don't care.
So the evil Jordan Peterson professor, he
From Saw
Carrie Elways,
and Princess Bride.
So he is constantly getting yelled at by the students because he's a misogynistic guy and he believes in the patriarchy, and the fraternity that he kind of heads. They end up getting
a fraternity that the founder of the college went
to.
So
there was a petition to take down the founder's bust, which does happen a lot.
Yeah, because he owned slaves and stuff in the North.
Yes. Yeah, well, the North had slaves.
A lot of people, like, you know.
Yeah. But anyway, So like the fraternity got the bust, and then they found out that the bust had magic spells written on it and black goo that gives you superpowers and makes you an army of alpha males or something, and they're gonna use that to kill all the women and make them subservient to men.
Submissive and breedable.
Submissive and breedable. And I'm like, this literally is like an angry feminist writing like the worst movie.
So my thing is like, there are bad movies, and I love bad movies,
Yeah.
and there are movies like that I can say like, oh yeah, I hate that movie, blah blah blah. I actually hate this movie.
Oh,
Like,
I hated it.
I hate this movie.
I hate this one on a really big personal level. Like a lot of it's coming from my own personal opinions.
Mm-hmm.
You can say whatever you want because they have a lot of touchy subjects in it that can be very, very sensitive. But I was watching this and I wanted to stop it so bad because I was just getting so angry and angrier, and they still didn't shut the fuck up, and it kept going. And I almost texted you saying, I'm not fucking watching this and I'm not fucking reviewing this shit. I love Black Christmas, but fuck, this last one is not worth reviewing.
Yeah.
I was
Like-
I almost didn't sleep because I was laying there and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna say?
It
What am I
feels
gonna
like
say?
it's one of those like, I get what you were trying to do. So Imogen Poots, who used to be
Riley.
who used to be Imogen Gay Poots. At some point she dropped her middle name from her credits and stuff. Maybe she's less happy. Get it? I think I just killed Crystal.
Maybe she doesn't have gay poots anymore.
Fuck you. The fuck?
Oh, do you want a minute? Do you need a minute?
I'm good. Fuck you.
So yes, she lives with her sorority, and
He's gone.
I wonder what happened there. Her friend Chris.
I hate Chris on a like. If she was a real person, I would literally be kicking her ass right now.
So Imogen Poots, she went to a frat house and got assaulted. I don't know if there's a lot of high school girls who watch my show, but if you make the mistake of going to college, one, you're stupid. It's a scam, depending on what you're going for. Two, don't go to fucking fraternities. Just don't. I fucking hate frat houses. They were
I
the
hate
worst.
that whole thing.
And it wasn't it was like the worst kept secret, like the frat houses. And it's like, why do people keep going there? Like,
Well, that's the thing.
They expect men to not be pieces of shit.
That's the thing. It is. But the
I
thing
mean,
is,
I expect all men to be pieces of shit.
I hated frat parties were the worst fucking parties to go to in
well,
college.
also because you were a guy as well.
Because I was a guy as
And there's
well.
also, so I did all of that my freshman year.
Yeah.
And I went to frat parties all the time with my friends.
Yeah.
And there was a whole ratio, this many girls to this many guys, or you had to pay a cover. Most of the times it was just guys that had to pay a cover
Yep.
for the girls.
Yep.
You go in the basement, it was a giant party. We had frat row, sorority row.
I loved frat parties. I mean, I loved basement parties. I just didn't like
No,
the
they
ones
were
run by the
frat
frat.
Dude, the
parties.
fucking frat party, the one I went to, I'm in the basement and they have a beer pong table where they have like their fucking sigil bullshit or whatever on it. They got mad at me because I didn't want to drink the fucking beer that they had in the fucking cups after they were, bouncing the balls on this dirty basement floor where they're squeegeeing off the old beer from the table. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind if you think I'm
Yeah.
drinking
Of
that.
course
And
they were
it's
mad. They
that-
probably slipped something.
Probably,
And-
but
and the jungle juice.
I did
Yeah.
not drink.
And the jungle juice. It was
Yeah.
just a giant fucking thing of Kool-Aid and as much cheap vodka as possible.
Oh, they
Yeah.
put Everclear in.
That's
Yeah,
really
so
what a lot of it
fraternity
was.
sucks. So she was there. She got assaulted by a guy. No
She
one,
got raped. She
Yeah.
got straight up raped.
No one believed her. No one believed her, which is like, that happens. Like,
It
there's,
actually
like,
happens-
I'm not like against. By the way, I'm not against all these plot details. It's just the way
If it was done right.
the way the movie
Yes.
addresses them
Yes.
and tries to tell the story. I'm like, oh
So
no.
that's my biggest problem with this film is you're taking serious issues that do happen a lot. Where things have happened, and I'm talking on my own personal experience as well, where things have happened to me and I was not believed multiple times, and the college takes someone else's side, and it always depends on the person's status.
Oh, it's
And
just anywhere,
it's-
too.
I
It's
know,
not even
exactly.
just-
It's not even just school.
If they have
but
power,
unfortunate-
then-
Exactly. It
Oh,
happens,
the power thing. Yeah, okay, keep going.
and it happens a fucking shit ton, more than it ever should.
Yeah.
And the way it just feels like it's mocking this, and like it mocked
Again,
the
it
Me
doesn't.
Too,
So
where
yeah.
Can I talk about the part that really upset me? Since we're
Yes, tell
technically
the part. Tell
Yeah.
the part.
So when Chris uploads, because they do that show.
Okay, can we talk about that song?
Okay.
Okay. So
we'll do that first.
What the fuck?
So-
Why?
hold on. We're very angry.
It's just
So
the whole movie's a
so
mockery
apparently
of very,
there's
like,
like the fraternity
subjects.
is putting on a show, and the sororities and whatnot, they do acts there, and you think these girls would be like, no, we're never
We're
going
taking a
back there.
stand.
Yeah, or we're never going back. Instead, they're like, no, we're going back there. And then the one girl, a guy gets all handsy with her, but the Imogen character stops it.
Riley.
Yeah, so Riley, sure. No, I don't. I'm calling her Imogen because
Sure.
then I'm thinking of my good friend Riley, and I don't want to group him in with
Call her
her.
gay poots.
Gay Poots. Why did she drop gay from her name?
I don't know.
You watched 28.
I'd rather drop poots.
You watched 28 weeks later. She's Imogen Gay Poots.
Yeah.
Suddenly she stopped being gay.
Stop being gay.
So she has to fill in for the song that they have planned, and it's the Up on the Rooftop, blah blah blah. And this song was written by the girl from Garfunkel and Oates who Metoo'd Louis C.K., which that was a whole like situation there. And the lyrics are about like how she got assaulted at the frat, and like everyone's booing her and whatnot. But it's just like I don't know if this is the best way to address.
It's supposed to be this big empowering thing, and I'm like, what?
I don't know if talking about
No.
like getting raped while you're like popping your butt out in the sexy
Yeah!
fantasy. Like, I'm a little confused by the message you're sending here.
I didn't lead you on for goodness sake. I couldn't have 'cause I wasn't awake.
But also, she knew. All right, for some odd reason,
And she knew the guy was there.
The guy, for some odd reason, the one alumni that is coming back, happens to be him. Which there are so many issues with the. I don't even want to say storyline because it's not even a fucking storyline.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of fucking bullshit put into a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you know he's gonna be there, why go? Why
You-
are
you
you
can make
putting that
arguments.
It's supposed
energy?
to be like her
I get-
taking back her
and I
like
understand.
agency and
Yeah.
shit.
And I get it. I'm like all for that. You know, I actually want to always call like I like to say like you know, assault, instead of saying assault victims, I like to say survivors. Like the same thing you would say cancer survivors and stuff like that because they went through horrible traumatic experiences.
Yeah.
But you're putting more energy into this. Did you know you just found out he was going to be there.
Yeah.
So what, but why are you bringing back why
By the
put
way-
yourself, why put that energy
By
out
the
there?
way,
Because you're not really standing up for yourself. You should be doing more instead of making something funny.
Yeah, well,
you
here's
should be
the-
doing
here's the
something
thing.
different.
You can channel your like anger and stuff into some kind of art form, even if it's like
Sure,
darkly humorous.
absolutely.
Don't do it at the fucking frat house.
Frat
What the fuck
house,
are you
where the
talking
shit
about?
happened.
I'd be terrified. I'd be afraid that they're gonna come and like literally like beat me up.
Yeah, I don't
You
even
are
want to go
putting
to frat
yourself
house.
in danger.
Yeah.
You are literally putting yourself in danger.
Yeah. So anyway, your problem with Chris. I just wanted to set up what the scene was. Keep going.
So she uploads the video of that whole song, and at the very end of it, whatever, Riley made some comment about like
I guess that'll teach him to rape someone.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
So she didn't even watch this video that she uploaded to the fucking internet,
Yeah.
but also did it without the consent of Riley. That's her sexual assault.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? And they made her out at the end of it to be right. What is wrong
I
with
did
it?
hate that. I
What
hated
the
that.
fuck?
They made
Yeah,
her the
that's what
fucking
pissed me
hero.
off.
They made her the
Sorry, I
fucking
probably,
hero.
like,
And
pitched that.
they're literally in the kitchen where I was like, oh, maybe this movie is going to turn around where she's saying, not everyone believes in what you have to say. You're not always right.
The
Not
movie-
everyone is this. I was like, oh shit. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Like,
We
get
took
her.
this bullshit of a storyline and all the
I got
characteristics-
real
Shut up,
excited-
Tony. I'm
sorry.
fucking talking. They took all this bullshit that is such a stereotypic cliche character, and I thought they were going to turn it around and show like, okay, this is bullshit, this is really what it is, and actually make it into a good movie.
Like, there's a way to
they
be
fucking
right.
ruined it by made her the fucking right and made her fucking the star of the fucking end of the film. And I'm like, but your main character literally just said the truth of how we're all feeling. But
Am I allowed to talk real quick? Am I allowed to talk?
fucking good talk. I don't want to talk anymore.
Is a man. I know I'm a man and I'm evil. Am I allowed to talk? No, but you're right. At one point, the movie starts like getting self-aware. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
this might be a thing where they lean so hard, but now they have to self-reflect. Because the girl said, like, we're taking the power back. And the girl's like, no, we're just pissing people off. We're not part of any
Yes.
movement. We're not
Yes.
getting anyone on our side. We're just making the people who hate us even angrier. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a little self-aware. And then the boyfriend is like, what
Well.
did you think? Well, no, here's the thing. It starts off, it's like, yeah, you guys just shit on men all the time. And then they go like, all men. He's like, me included. And they group him in because of the power structure.
Yeah.
Which,
And then, what is the fucking Chris also makes the comment like, oh, like, did you just all men us? Because he
Yeah.
like said not all men.
yeah, and then, like, right, I'm like, okay, he's got a point there.
He did have a point with her, but then it got a little too
then it got
far.
weird.
And then you could tell the writers that are like, oh,
He's making a point. He's actually
he's
making
like,
a point.
wait, that's
Fuck,
actually
fuck,
making
fuck.
too good of
Yeah.
a point, so we have to make him look bad right away.
Yeah.
It's like, what the
fuck
No!
is the bullshit also about, oh, why are you drinking beer all of a sudden? Trying to make him look like, oh, because he's been hypnotized by the whatever. All right, first of all,
Which he
how the
wasn't.
fuck is he being hypnotized?
I still don't understand.
He started hearing the ringing.
yeah,
He started
okay.
hearing the ringing.
Yeah, and
I
that's
didn't-
how he ended
is
up
there
getting
a
migraine.
distance thing?
It never
Is it like a cell
explains
phone
that.
thing?
No, it says it.
No. I know they never show you like how they send him the migraines,
I don't
and
know.
then I know
Yeah,
once they
but
put
he
the
started to
black
have
oil
it-
on them.
He had it at the party, at the frat party
Okay.
thing that started. So all of a sudden, she's like, "Oh, I never see you drink beer before," and it's like, "Oh,
Beer
now
men. Beer's
a
for
manly
men.
thing? Are you fucking kidding? I fucking love beer.
Yeah.
Like, what the
It's
fuck?
so stupid. But yeah, no, like I got so mad when it was almost self-aware, and then they just doubled down, and I'm like, oh my god.
I can easily say the moment I tuned out this movie, and I think a lot of people it might have been the same thing, was I heard the line, "I can't find my Diva cup. Where is my Diva cup?"
I have a final in 10 minutes and I can't find my Diva cup.
That's
Hold on,
the, it
hold on,
starts.
hold on, hold on,
that's
hold on,
how
hold
the
on.
movie
Hold on.
starts.
Okay, like cool.
Once
like
that line
you're
was
using
said-
the Diva cup and everything, but then also like she gets a pad from the other girl and full on just fucking shoves that thing in her pants there, and it's just like, girl, go in the
This
bathroom and
isn't-
wash
that's
your fucking
not normal.
hands.
I know
What's
most-
wrong with you?
Yeah, that is disgusting. I know there's more guys that watch this channel, but that's not okay. That is not sanitary. That is not what we do. We don't do it in front of our friend. Like, it's just like
Like I
it's
use a fucking
personal
cup,
thing.
but like Jesus fucking Christ.
It's just a personal thing, and like why does it talk about it so often? It talks about it way too much than I ever wanted to hear the word diva. I don't
I don't even want to look at my Diva cup ever again.
Stop saying Diva.
I heard that word more times in that movie than I ever heard in my own fucking life. I was like, this is. And then you see it at the end.
If
I'm
I
like,
was
why
Diva
this-
cup, I would sue the fuck out of them.
By the way,
Also-
I love that this female director and stuff like is trying to make a movie aimed toward you guys, angry women. And I love
We're angry about this movie.
and I love that it failed so spectacular.
No, the moment that video was uploaded and
Yeah.
Chris didn't take responsibility and just like, oh, well, I'll edit that
And-
end part out. And it's like, I was like, nope.
and
fuck
I don't
you.
think she ever
Fuck you.
apologizes or anything.
Nope. Like, that's not about you. That did not happen to you.
And by
You
the way,
can't
I
use
get-
someone else's fucking trauma for your own game.
And by the way, I get you want to help your friend and get her over stuff, but
No,
it's
you're
like,
using it for your
hey, some
own.
people move at a different pace.
yeah.
I don't think
Because what, is they 3 years?
Yeah.
But like,
This
some people
girl-
never get the fuck over it.
This girl is
that shit you don't get over every time. Ever. You never, ever, ever get over that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You never get over rape. I
not
don't
not
care.
get over, but you know, like she's clearly not ready to deal with it
know
to
what?
this
She's
extent.
processed
She's gonna be
it to-
processing that for the
Yeah.
rest of her goddamn fucking
Yeah.
life.
But I'm just saying, there are eventually people who can, you know, like it'll always be with you, but
Yeah.
you can do stuff. But like, she's clearly still at a bad place. It's
She's
like, all right, so
clearly
we're
traumatized.
gonna go to where it happened and do a song and dance at a sexy outfit. So what the fuck are you talking about? That's the worst idea.
And have the fuck, where'd the dress come from? Why do they have the dress that she got raped in? Why is it on display throughout the
right.
entire fucking movie? She never even wears it again. It's
Yeah.
just there. They just make a point to hang it up, and it's
Oh
always in
yeah,
the
and
background.
then at the end, the bad guys they were collecting stuff from them because the one girl is a traitor.
That's
'Cause
where the
she-
Diva cup went.
because she.
Why would
because-
someone fucking steal a fucking Diva cup?
And
Why
then-
do you even know they have one?
And
Why?
then the one, yeah,
was
and the
his
one
sorority
girl,
sister.
the one girl.
Give a fuck.
That's the funny thing.
I'm
It-
your friend. I didn't know they use a fucking Diva cup. I don't give a fuck.
That's the thing. The movie wants to be like all girl power, and the one girl's like, I actually like being traditional and stuff. And they're like, well, that's the worst woman in the world.
I like being submissive and breedable.
It's like that's. Hey, there's some ladies that are out there like that. Like they exist.
They're content.
As long as they're not
Right.
forced into it, or like, there's some that are
Everyone
just
can
like,
do- no.
I don't feel like being in a march. like But this movie is like, hey, if you feel that way, you're the devil.
No, and that's not true. Some people want to be stay-at-home moms. Some people want to be working moms. Some
I'd
dads
love to be
wanna...
a trophy mom.
Yeah, right?
A mom?
No.
No.
Oh, you
What?
did say mom. You said the word mom. Trophy white baby.
No.
Well, you've had practice.
No, it's because my nephew calls me trophy mom.
Why,
But there are some guys who also want to be stay-at-home dads. Like, it goes both ways. Like, you know, you understand, like, men suck, women suck, people suck in general. I don't even fucking care if you fucking want to say you even identify as any gender. People suck.
And my favorite thing at the end is when they realize, oh, we've killed too many of the characters. And it's like, oh no, another sorority house was attacked.
I had to replay that because that was so fucking
By the way,
random.
that's how it was advertised. So one day we're going to talk about You're Next when we finally do the Underrated Final Girls episode. But so I remember when I saw the advertisements for this, it made it seem like we're turning the slasher genre on their head, much like You're Next. It's like these killers weren't ready for these badass girls. And even the poster, it's them looking all tough with the bow and arrow and stuff. Oh, by the way, the killers wear like cult robes and shit.
Weren't the masks kind of like from Eyes Wide Shut?
A little bit, yeah. So that's how it was advertised. Like, okay, that's an interesting not for Black Christmas. That's an interesting content. Like, again, like You're Next, where it's like, yeah, we're serial killers and we're here, and we were unprepared for these ladies. I'm like, okay, I can see that
Could
working.
be a fun concept.
It's 5 minutes at the end. Like, it's just they show up and they're all like
dumb.
they're all badasses, know how to use every single weapon, and I'm like, that would have been like fun for the whole movie, but because that would be a fun remake of Black Christmas where the killer's there, but it turns out the girls are all into self-defense.
Yeah, and
Yes.
they just beat the shit out of the killer.
That would be awesome.
Or it's harder for him to, like
Yeah.
that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. But no, it's just there at the end. But all the advertisements were like, these ladies are badass and they're taking down all these killers.
What the? This can't be real.
But also, they don't even talk about the other sororities at all until
The
guy-
very end when they realize they need more bodies for the fight.
Well, there's that, but also during when the cop got the call, you think he's going to break down the actual sorority that we're watching, and he breaks down a different house. I literally had to rewind because I was like, wait, wasn't there other people in the house? Which is that? I did not. I had to literally record that because I was like, I have to go down a little slower. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Just, oh, that's a different fucking house. What the fuck just happened?
And every man in the movie is the worst except for the one non-white guy. He's okay, apparently.
But
You
he
know,
still-
they
he
got
still
him at
goes
one
in.
point
But he was able to get rid of
Fight
that
through it.
brainwash.
because he's a good guy.
I still can't
Not
believe-
all men, apparently.
I still can't believe when I read the thing that Carrie Elway is supposed to be Jordan Peterson. Like, Jordan Peterson literally keeps filming himself crying and he's bitching about Twitter like a fucking loser. Up yours,
just-
woke moralist. We'll see who consoles who.
But also, even like the fucking fight scene when all of a sudden, you know, right when she's about to die, and all the women just come in and break the door down. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if that chunk, like that many men were trying to take down that many women, like there's got to be more of a fight scene. Also, when they're leaving the room, I'm pretty sure women are still fighting in the room when they started shutting the door. I was like, are they shutting the door? Because you only see the two girls. I literally was like, they're locking all the other girls in. I mean, like, I
It's
guess
so
every girl for herself, but like, and then all of a sudden you see all of them going down the steps. I was like, there's no fucking way all the guys were beaten down like that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This was, by the way, this was right.
Didn't fucking what did the girl? What Chris say? Suck my what? Did she say dick? I don't
think she actually says
she say
it.
Oh, they censor it.
Oh,
They censor it because I think it's PG-13. I think it's like
She
they
just goes,
censor-
suck my, and then puts it down. I was
Okay.
like, that was, I think, the worst kill is killing the audience. Killing and beating them over the fucking head over and over with your fucking agenda. And using a name that's already been
Yeah.
established to promote your fucking agenda by characterizing, making this very super important subject into something almost laughable and over-exaggerated.
Yeah.
And making it
it made
how
me so uncomfortable.
If you want to get your message across, like maybe don't have your message relayed by like the most annoying characters in the world, because people who might not be familiar with this topic or haven't really thought about it before are gonna be like, that's fucking, I don't want to hear anyone ever bitch about this again. These characters suck. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. And
It's
I
so
think
bad.
I think it's time for us to pick what is the worst Black Christmas.
It's not Black Christmas. It's not fucking Black Christmas. They just used the fucking title to push something. I don't understand. Like,
I was
what
like,
is their
Lawnmower
point?
Man.
Yeah, Lawnmower Man.
Use the name.
What happened?
The movie Lawnmower Man is like, they say it's based off Stephen King's story, and I think he sued to get his name
Yep.
off it. It's like, this has nothing to do. You just used the title. What the fuck?
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.